need to hurry up, Barry, or we're all gonna die. You piece of shit.
Hurry up, Barry. I'm on it. I'm on it. Just hang on, Al. Oh, hey, found a corner. I found it! I found it! Ah, no, wait, that's a twig. Here it is! Al, I found the key!
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that
I still
right,
see
Al.
you,
You're barking mad. You are by far
posting on that
the craziest
Instagram, the whips and chicks. I'm still following it.
Crazy stuff like this.
It was you and your
It
brother
helps.
running that, right?
This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can.
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe
Ah,
you.
mostly your bro.
Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
Al! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
I get to it in the summer. I go to the meets and do some shoots. His worker friends just for posts now, honestly. Ah. Yeah, stuff like that's interesting because like there's a pretty big market.
Barry! Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground...
Does it take a lot of initial investment to get into stuff like phone cases, or is it pretty similar to like t-shirts and whatnot?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here.
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Oh,
You're gonna
jeez.
have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Damn, no trust in his homie. That makes sense. Yeah, I do some e-commerce stuff, but doesn't really make me enough money to spend too much time. Am I supposed to fight these guys?
When he stopped the car
A vinyl printer?
Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand.
How much does a vinyl printer cost? Because that's way dope.
Moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears. Yeah, that's not bad at all. See, I've always wanted to get into doing stuff like that. It just seems fun. Not even like trying to make money, you know, just something to do. Plus then at that point you don't have to, you know, worry about buying dope shit. You can just make it yourself.
What is it called? Because I want to fucking bookmark it and look into this more. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. Okay, I'm gonna pull that up and bookmark it, because yeah. It's something me and like Forrest have always talked about doing. But we just never got into it. But we never really knew where to start, was the thing. The Cameo 4? Like a small one? Is that... It says Cameo 4, a Bluetooth 12x12 cutting mat, an Auto Blade 2? Hell yeah, and that's like super cheap to get into. It's only 300 bucks off Amazon. I think the reason why me and him never got into it was because we thought they were like, you know, at least $1,000 to get into, which, you know, Split is still cheap, but at the time we were really talking about it, we were just doing the podcast. We were barely even working. But now that we both got full-time gigs, we just got a bunch of extra money.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Oh, shit. Is it just a quality difference then? Obviously the
I hope there'd still be a working generator.
the GCC is going to produce a higher quality product, where the Cameo 4 is kind of more beginner level.
Was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Just cut more vinyl with... Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I would definitely want to start with something that, you know, is user-friendly. And looking at the two of them, the Cameo looks a lot more user-friendly. Fell again.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Hell yeah. That's perfect. Damn, I should have ordered one right when my break started from work, when I had plenty of time to learn it. I might have to look into ordering it tomorrow. Just because, I mean, I don't even know if I want to make it. I'm not even worried about making extra money. I just want something to fucking do. A new hobby. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't have a gun.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Yeah, that's what I just fucking said. Alan, Jesus. This character in this game is supposed to be some sophisticated writer, but he sure says some dumb shit. Sweet. Just gotta make it over there. I mean, that's a good point, and you know, I'm sure you could turn that into at least paying off the cameo itself.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Oh, no shit. That thing looks good as hell, too. No, that's a big ass sticker.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
It's never a bad thing to have too many stickers, you know? Our car scene out here is pretty wild lately, so I bet I could even get some people wanting stickers for their rides and shit.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be.
Utah. I'm out in the good old Mormon Valley.
I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
It's all good.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver. The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before. Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
God, this game's so fucking weird. I just don't even know what to make of, like, where it's going. Oh, no shit. That fucking sucks. Yeah, I know I had a trip planned to California, but had to bail on that too. Colorado's a fun-ass time, though. Does your lady still stream at all? I haven't. I think she's still on our auto host, but I don't think I've seen her online in a long ass time. Check out the guard. Oh yeah, Garden of the Gods is way cool. I went there, if I have any pictures. My computer still. Somewhere I do. Yeah, it's beautiful there. I mean, between that and like the amphitheater that's a little while north, and there's just so much to look at and so much to do in Colorado. If you guys are into stuff like that, you need to make your way down to Zion's National Park. Because that shit's mind-boggling the first time you go. Jesus Christ, someone just got murdered. Oh, Animal Crossing? Dude, there's something about Animal Crossing. I haven't played the new one, but it's addicting.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the
Yeah.
moonshine, you know?
It's in southern Utah. If you just Google Zion's National Park, it's crazy cool. And that's also where, like, all the, like, arches, like the symbolic arches of Utah, those are kind of down in that area as well.
It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's
I'm trying to go out there this summer because
It's not him.
I found out that out at Zion's they have this place where there's
Follow up
hot springs,
real
and
good
someone
for
had
me.
built bathtubs into the mountainside that the hot springs drip from, and you can just get in and soak in these bathtubs.
This
It looks really awesome.
anyway.
Plus out there's no city light at all, so you can see, you know, everything in the sky.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going.
Yeah, see, I've never been
Release her.
east of Colorado.
I'll escape.
Oh, I'm in Texas, but I didn't really get to explore Texas.
This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way. Near escapes. Cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Acadia National Park? Oh, let's look at that. Holy shit. Damn, this picture of this, like, lighthouse on the beach? I guess not the beach, but the coastline? Holy shit. I've never had a reason to go to Maine until now. What? Yeah, it says Katy National Park is Maine's top tourist destination in the summer months. Yeah, no shit. I can see why. Get out of here, pop-ups. Jesus. It's always the places you never think about, right? Just that are the most beautiful. The seafood is out of this world in Maine too. I have heard about that. I heard they have the best seafood in USA, or at least top 5.
Still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry. I could go it on foot, but I'd make better time in a car.
Well, everyone says that the New England clam chowder is no joke, so that's on my food bucket list to go try. So I imagine if you could find one that's fresh every single day, it's probably out of this world. I think the best seafood that I've ever had was, I always forget what the river's called, up in Washington State on the border of Washington and Oregon. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's a river that is on the border of Washington, Oregon, that just leads to the ocean. And I have family up there, and we went and visited. One of my cousins took me to the seafood place that's right on the river, and they catch everything same day or day before. And fuck, I don't even remember what the meal was that I got, but it was so much different than anything that I get here in Utah. Plus, you know, when you go to restaurants like that, that the chefs, it's like their passion, you know? You're not just, it's not just some person making ends meet. Like, they're fucking,
I'd known the brothers used to
they're
be
making
some
that
kind of
food
rock
to make
stars,
people happy, you
but
know?
it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Run! Incoming! There's too many of them! God damn.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson.
Shut up and shoot!
This got really silly.
Fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al, you know what's ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Al, hold on. I'll try to get the stage lights on. Here we go! Barry Wheeler to the rescue! No, damn it! Goddamn turn-of-the-century wiring! Hang on out! I'll get them working again, I promise!
Fuck, no kidding, right? Pretty much everyone who's came in and watched this over the past couple days said the same shit. Seems like a bad trip. Some dude was like, God, I'm glad I'm not on acid right now.
Although if I buy it, this is pretty much how I always wanted to go out. Rock and roll! Woo! Awesome moment of our entire lives.
It might make more sense though at that point.
Am I lying? Really?
Children of the Elder God! Enjoy it! God damn it! There! Back in the game! Yes! Oh! Did I do this?
It's like the game's cool, but it doesn't make a lick of sense. Yet.
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Dude, right?
Hey, Al,
Epic Games is
this
the
end of
shit
farm.
right now with all these free games. I picked up World War Z this last week, and that game is, yeah. Dude, it's so good. I actually like the multiplayer too, because it's like that PvP and PvE element where you gotta fuck up the other team, but you also gotta watch out for the zombie storms and shit.
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah,
Exactly,
that's been
yeah.
my
It's
biggest worry
a
all
lot
this
of fun.
time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
And I actually think the controls for it are one of the best I've played in a while. I don't know why. It just feels so smooth. All the shooting is precise. The moving feels natural.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always
This
right
fucking
by
dickhead.
And if I don't get my way, I'll sit all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive. Serious. Right now,
I'm gonna blast this fool for giving me shit.
best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see
Oh,
what you
yeah.
did there.
Same.
It was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Wow. You look at that thing, Al.
I like the screamers too, because that's an interesting element. Because you have to go and find them, otherwise another storm's gonna show up.
Sleep.
This is the best part about this whole game.
Oh, night spring.
There's an in-game TV show that's just like the Twilight Zone.
Writing job. What got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
In Night Springs. Tonight's episode. The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people. Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
his highness over there is good and ready. Oh wow, who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just
Get
another
real.
dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls.
So weird.
We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat, yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us. It's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
So crazy. This game definitely doesn't lack in the creativity department. It just lacks in the making a single lick of fucking sense department. Like, there's these coffee thermoses that I just keep picking up. And, like, one of the first characters you meet in this game said something about the coffee will make you go crazy because it's so good. And I just keep getting them. So, I don't know if that's the problem. You know, I'm not going to not pick it up. The fuck is that?
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake.
Oops.
The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning.
Hell yeah.
Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Haven't we all been there?
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
The old gods of Asgard. I'm gonna get a sneaky bitch. Oh shit. Damn, dude just chopped me the fuck up. Wasn't ready. Ooh, that car's coming for me. Flashbang out. That was pretty easy. And these things, I keep seeing these fucking cans. I just have to shoot them. So I don't know if that's just like a Easter egg shit or... Imagine once the game's over, it's gonna be like, you missed 42 cans and 32 coffees. And I'm not gonna replay it, because I ain't about that shit. Yeah. I've never really been a collectible guy in video games, unless it had some sort of monetary value. Made some weed brownies earlier. I think I put too much. Oh shit. And now I have a little pin. And I used it, I don't remember. Last night? 2 nights ago? It's too much. Big Papa, what's up, man? Hope things have been going well. Good night. Yeah, how the fuck do I get to this guy? Took 5 hours to finally feel something, dude. Oh, but it's hitting hard now? That's the worst. When you've settled into doing something and all of a sudden it just starts creeping up your back, you're like, oh no. At least with the pin, like, for me, like, it hits me pretty quick, so I'm like, don't plan anything.
The Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
The vape for me really, like, makes my body feel good. Dude, edibles are dangerous just in general. I have awful luck with them.
Wow.
And what I mean by awful luck is I'm just always like, I'll be fine. And then, you know, 2 hours later, I'm not even functioning.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
I had some not too long ago from a buddy who he's made a lot of them, and you know, he'll usually hook me up with like 1 or 2. He'll either do like suckers, which are kind of weird, but they're good, or he'll just make like different types of gummies. And he made me this, he made like gummy bears, and he gave me like 2 or 3 of them, and he's like, I think I made these ones a little bit stronger than normal, so, you know, maybe go with half. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I ate a whole one.
Which concerns an ongoing investigation.
Not a good decision.
Talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Ended my whole career.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but it's
pretty much
they taste pretty good. The gummy bear ones that he gave me were really pungent, didn't taste too good, but Jesus Christ. What a good neighbor.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for
Oh yeah,
stopping
isn't
by.
it legal
I'll let you get back
up
to your
in
patrol.
Boston now?
Sure thing, Pat.
Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
I keep forgetting all the places. That's so fucking crazy. Damn, dude. I need to get me one of those neighbors. Instead of going over to see if he has sugar. Hey, man. You got some, I don't even know how you'd ask. Hey, man, you know that shit that you grow?
They had the goods.
Now, I forgot that you, partook in, I guess what Twitch says is the extracurricular activities. Yeah, that was one of my best experiences, going down to that Zion's National Park. Just spending the night there and just getting... Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, one sec. Got distracted. Yeah, that was one of my best experiences, just going down to that Zion's National Park and just fucking getting obliterated and then staring at the stars for God knows how long. Because it gets hot there, you know, the daytime during the summer you'll easily get 95 plus, so nighttime it's like 70. So you're just in like tank top and shorts, just looking at the stars and shit. I moved next door a year ago and I fucking loved it, man. Hell yeah. Can't wait for it to be nationally legal, just so... It's like here in Utah, it's not super strict, but, you know, you still gotta sneak around. And we're next to Vegas and Nevada. We're next to Colorado. Like, you know, I think Arizona passed. So it's like Utah and Idaho are the fucking West Coast little babies. Jesus Christ. Does he just do it for fun then? Like, you know how people just garden like tomatoes and shit because they're bored? 'Cause that's a shit ton. That's a good friend to have. Right. He's just like, well, if you insist, I'll take it.
Hang on. I'll try to find a key to get the door open.
Hey, what's the holdup? Come on, this place is all dusty. You know I got my allergies. Come on, hey, let's go, man. I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
I mean, I get it. I garden and I don't even eat half the shit that I produce.